for our standpoint, we're going into this process with open eyes and without naive or excessive expectations of rapid progress, or even a certainty that there will be any progress at all. Indeed, there's no certainty that the process will even start, since we're still waiting for responses from the Taliban as to whether they're prepared to operate under the conditions that the government of Qatar has set, whether they're prepared to meet with us, and whether they're prepared to meet with representatives of the Afghan High Peace Council. And we haven't yet received definitive responses on those questions.
The Indian Foreign Secretary yesterday and the special envoy.
Well, you know, you don't hold peace talks after the war, you hold peace talks during wars. The Taliban haven't asked us to stop fighting, and we don't expect them to stop fighting just because they're talking. The objective of the talks, obviously, is a diminution of violence and ultimately an enduring peace. But we're not naive enough to think that's going to come quickly, and it's certainly not a precondition for just talking. Frankly, I anticipate that the Taliban will continue to try to negotiate from a position of strength. They'll continue to mount attacks, as will we and as will the Afghan government. The United States, and in particular the Afghan security forces, are going to continue not just to defend themselves, but to mount defensive operations against the Taliban, and not only seek to hold territory, but to reclaim territory. So I don't anticipate that the beginning of negotiations will end the war. I do hope that negotiations will ultimately contribute to an end to the war, but that's by no means certain. It's simply something that's worth trying.